Since their introduction in Generation 3, abilities have played a big role in competitive Pokemon. There are Pokemon that are only good because they have a certain ability, and there are other Pokemon that are only bad because of their abilities holding them back. In this video, we will be discussing the top 5 worst abilities for competitive battling, in my opinion, and in no particular order. If you guys enjoy this, you know how to support the channel, make sure you guys click that like button as it really does help out a ton, and of course subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss a future upload. Before we get into the actual abilities, I just want to let you guys know that I will be excluding abilities such as Run Away and Honey Gather since they have no competitive use whatsoever, as well as abilities that only one Pokemon gets such as Slow Start. If I included these abilities, then this whole list would just be filled with abilities like that. Number 5, Truant. Some of you guys might not even realize this, but Slacking isn't the only Pokemon to have Truant, as for some reason Durant also has this as its hidden ability. Truant makes it so the user can't attack every other turn, forcing you to just sit there and take a hit. I don't think I really need to explain why this ability is so bad, and although people have somewhat found a way to mitigate Truant by using the move Giga Impact, even if you use Giga Impact, you still can't attack every other turn, which is pretty horrible. I understand why Slacking has Truant as its only ability, since if it didn't have it, it would be a pretty decent Pokemon, but why give it to Durant? Durant already has the abilities Hustle and Swarm, which are good enough abilities in their own right. So why not just make one of those its hidden abilities instead, since they're much better than Truant? I don't see any situation where you would ever want to use Truant on Durant, unless you're doing some sort of crazy gimmicky entrainment strategy in doubles, which is extremely unreliable. Number 4, Cute Charm. Cute Charm has a 30% chance that the opposing Pokemon will be infatuated with it if they go for a contact move, as long as they're the opposite gender. This is extremely situational and unreliable to use in competitive setting, especially since it won't even work at all against Pokemon against the same gender, genderless Pokemon, or Pokemon that don't make contact moves with the Cute Charm Pokemon. Sure, I guess it could be clutch in some extremely lucky situations, but due to its overall inconsistencies, it's a pretty bad ability. Number 3, Klutz. I don't really understand why you would ever use this ability. Klutz makes it so the user's held items do nothing, which is pretty horrible. The only situation where this could possibly be useful is if you pair a Klutz Pokemon with Iron Ball so you can trick it to your opponent without suffering from the Iron Ball speed drop yourself, although I don't really have any idea why you would ever want to do that when you can just run a move like Thunder Wave. I don't really know what they were thinking when they made this ability, and let me know in the comments down below if you have any idea why you would ever use this ability for a practical use other than the gimmicky Iron Ball stuff. Number 2, Plus and Minus. These are the only doubles abilities on the list, and out of all of the doubles abilities, these have to be the worst. They both do the same exact thing pretty much, which is boost the partner's special attack by 50% as long as one Pokemon has plus and the other has minus. Now this is a pretty interesting mechanic, however it relies on both of your Pokemon having these abilities on top of them both being special attackers. Like most abilities on this list, this is extremely situational, especially since the Pokemon that get plus and minus aren't very good together since they share a lot of weaknesses. If you really want to boost your allies' attacks in a double battle or VGC battle, you're much better off just using a move like Helping Hand since it's much more reliable and you can have other useful abilities on your Pokemon instead. Number 1, Rivalry. This is an interesting ability, and like many other abilities on this list, it is very situational. Rivalry raises the user's move power by 25% when they attack a Pokemon of the same gender, but reduces it by 25% when they attack a Pokemon of the opposite gender, and does nothing against genderless Pokemon. This means that if your opponent has a Pokemon of the opposite gender, you'll be doing less damage to it than you should, so you're much better off just running an attack boosting item like a Life Orb or a Choice Band, so you can at least do some consistent damage against all of the Pokemon on your opponent's team. I can see the argument for this being one of the better abilities on this list, but at the same time that really isn't saying much. And those are the top 5 worst abilities for competitive battling in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think the worst competitive ability is, besides things like Run Away of course, and make sure you guys leave a like if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a great rest of your day, I will see you guys next time, and bye bye.